Hey, 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 what's up, Facebook?
Hey, how you doing? Here we are,
We are back again, yes.
back again.
After a nice little
Well,
weekend getaway.
yeah, we can get away. My wife planned everything. She just told me to pack. That's
Yes.
about it. I didn't know what we were doing,
Mm-hmm.
but here we are again. Um, it was our 12 years anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, for some reason we keep counting up. We've been celebrating our 14-year anniversary for the last 3 years.
I said to myself, I'm like, oh goodness, it's number 13 with this guy. I posted it, and then Facebook. Facebook really is the test because you can't lie.
No, you 12 years, man.
Yeah,
But
you've
we've
been
been
12
we've been
years.
together 13 years.
Yes, yes.
Because we courted for about 12 years. Now we have fun. We went away,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you go away, you got to make sure that and I found out. I found out that
You put your bracelet
the
on weird.
the kids
Yeah.
the kids invited some other kids over, and of course they had to post that they invited some other kids over.
That's
And
how
then
you
when I
always
went to
find out.
gymnastics,
Facebook.
there they were talking about what happened at my house.
Yeah.
We had a photo shoot. And our kids, they're old enough to be by themselves. We wouldn't.
Yeah.
But they weren't wearing a mask at home. That upset me a little bit.
Yeah.
So tonight,
Yes.
my wife is wearing that dress for a special reason because of the
Because
person
of
that
our
we had
guest.
coming on.
Because of our guests, we are having on tonight Haitian jazz recording artist Jean Chardavoine, who I worked with a few years back.
Right.
He was shooting a video
Yeah.
for one of his songs in Brooklyn.
And I had to find out, what kind of video you were shooting because, some of those videos could be a little risky.
That I'm shooting? Not me.
No, not you. But,
John, I see you. I see that you're in the live. We're just going to chat about you for a few minutes and then we'll invite you in. So just enjoy the show for a couple minutes.
Well, I like all kind of music, but I definitely listen to jazz in the car all the time.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who does he remind
And you're
you
going to
of?
love this comparison.
Okay.
George Benson.
Yeah, well, I remind you of George Benson. Yeah,
Well, the tone of his guitar is just amazing.
yeah, it's George Benson.
It's very George Benson-esque.
Yeah.
And even,
And I-
what
and
the
I like
guitar
that.
looks like. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. And, since we were going to have him on today, people been hitting me. Somebody sent me a message this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a private message. First of all, he asked for a friend request. And I said, okay. So I looked at the friend that we had in common. Then the guy's trying to sell me a guitar. He's probably watching now.
We don't need one because, we started doing this thing called Pedro Does, and if
But
you can see in the back.
Oh yeah, this is a dinosaur.
Yeah, we have sort of an antique.
It doesn't work anymore. Well, it doesn't work anymore, but I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
This is like Beatle-like.
Yeah, I keep this in whenever I have a Zoom call with a bunch of different actors and different, entertainers. I always have this in the background of my Zoom call just because it adds a little bit of flavor. Like, does Crystal play? That's the bass, right?
Yeah, that's
a
the
bass.
That's a bass.
Does Crystal play the bass? And I'm like, no, that's just a prop.
It's a prop now, but
Prop.
but it worked pretty good before. I just don't use that one anymore. I bought another one. I don't use that one either.
So
Yeah, I bought another one, so I use that one once in a while.
Oh, somebody might need to stop buying instruments that we're not using at home.
Okay, so my friend has 18.
Oh my God.
48 guitar.
Yeah.
Something like that. 48. I don't know how many he's up to now, but I'm not gonna mention his name because I don't want nobody over there going over there looking at his guitar. But yes.
Daniel Miller already commented. And,
already?
And Jean they're already interacting already in the comments.
So let's talk to John.
Yeah, Jean, we're going to bring you in Jean Chardavoine. I hope I said it right. I'm practicing my pronunciation. And Jean, when you come in, I hope you see that I brought out the dress that I wore for your video. And if you guys want to hear his music, my husband made the promo video last night, so you can see it underneath this post. We'll also be posting additional links of his because he just did a live streaming concert last week, I believe. So we'll be sure to post that. But we're gonna bring him in now. Without further ado, my pronunciation's really good tonight, huh?
Oh yeah.
We are adding.
I didn't get an invite for that video. What's up with that? I got to talk to my agent.
Yeah.
So, looks like he's adding?
Yes, we are adding him in now.
And where is he, honey?
Jean...
Is he in Brooklyn?
I believe he lives in Brooklyn.
Okay. Brooklyn.
Jean, it shows that we are adding you in.
And if it's, yeah, it looks like it's connecting. So Brooklyn, I hang out in Brooklyn where my aunt lived there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, had a girlfriend there. And by girlfriend means, you know, like back then, when I had a girlfriend, it's like we all hang and wave goodbye because I was shy. But yeah, Brooklyn.
Okay, so it says no answer from the video guest. Jean, are you still there?
It looked like it was adding though.
It said adding, yes, but it said no answer from him. So when I send you an invite, you have to accept it. I don't see you in the live anymore, so...
Oh, is that him?
I see you again, so I'm going to try and add you one more time. Just make sure you accept the request, Jean. Adding.
Okay.
He's still here. Do you have your headphones?
Yes. Yeah, you have to. Yeah. That's silly. We are connected. At least we're still there. You gonna? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there
Can you hear
go.
me?
Perfect.
All right. We're good to go.
Bonsoir, bonsoir.
Bonsoir, my friend. Okay, let me see if I
Bonsoir,
can.
mon ami.
Let me see if I could put this on.
Okay. That would work. So
He wants to put it on a stand to make it
yeah,
easier
so that
for
way,
him.
yeah, it's always work out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, let me play the bass a little bit.
Okay.
I don't think it's tuned, but you know.
Thank you, Daniel. Entertain the guest. Oh, we just lost him. He was putting his phone on a stand, so we will just invite him in and invite him back in another second. Hi, Gloria.
Gloria Garn?
Gloria Yvette. You're
hi,
a former gymnast.
My former gymnast.
Yes, yes.
Yes, you know what's funny is I still have a music routine. I have on a tape, and it's funny because we took a cassette, a tape, and we showed it to the kids that we have now and said, you know what this is? And the kids didn't know what it was.
So I think one of them said it was like an iPod or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that, and we were
iPad.
like, no,
But it was a cassette.
it was a cassette. We keep finding those just scattered around the
Well,
house.
I have a lot of cassette. I'm a little bit older than you, maybe a couple of years.
Jean, I see you, and I'm gonna invite you back in a second.
Okay.
Um,
Look.
it's funny. Yes, we are of a different generation, but I know what a cassette is. I mean, I was born in the 70s.
Yeah, when the 70s. You don't know about 8-track then.
That was on the tail end, so my mom had some 8 tracks.
Okay,
Heat
so
Wave. I see him, but I don't see the green video camera icon. So we will wait a second.
okay. So who's watching?
We have
Let me
several
know who's
people.
watching so we can.
Jean, okay, I'm just waiting to get that. You know what, Jean? Go out and then come back in. You can X out of it and then come back in. So Daniel Miller is on.
Hey Daniel, how are you?
Daniel said he had reel to reel.
Oh, you have. Oh, but we still use that. We still use reel to reel because the quality of it is better. I gotta tell you
We
something that
still
happened.
use reel to reel.
Well, yeah, musician. I gotta tell you a funny story. I probably shouldn't said who it was, but the hotel here had an artist,
I'm gonna add John in. Keep going.
and and she wanted to borrow the reel to reel that we had, and we lent the reel to reel, and I guess it turned out that she was lip syncing.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Oh yes, we don't
I
say that
cannot hear
because
you.
we make you can't hear it.
Can you hear
Okay.
us now? Maybe turn your phone up.
Okay, I got you now.
All
Okay. Good.
right.
Good.
All
So I
right.
was practicing a little bit of French before.
I heard you. I heard you.
Oh, you did.
How was my pronunciation?
It was pretty good. I heard you on Jean Chardavoine. I'm like, yeah, sound like she's
Yeah.
been practicing.
I try not to butcher anybody's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I must tell you guys, I'm so flattered that you guys have invited me. You know,
Oh.
it is such a great idea during those trying times. You know,
Uh huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, that's
I
why we
appreciate it.
started it.
That's the reason we started it because we wanted to entertain people, and then we know all these cool people like yourself
Yeah.
Yeah,
that have such talent, and
right.
some people know about it. We know we got a lot of friends, and we got friends on all different type of. We got jazz musicians like yourself, and we have blues,
Yep, blues.
and that we had on,
We had
and we
some folk artists.
folk
Yeah.
artists, and then we also had kind of new age,
Yes.
new age.
Goodness. So we're trying to
Wow, I'm surprised
include everybody.
some of my friends already logged on, sending me
Oh,
messages. Yeah,
Oh,
this thing
really?
travels. Yeah. I was
Yeah, yeah.
exchanging texts with some guys I know. Yeah.
that's awesome.
So let me ask you, when did you start playing the guitar?
Wow. My father was a professional musician,
Okay.
Wow.
and he was also a school teacher. So
Mm-hmm.
he was trying to manage the double career of being a musician at night and a school teacher. And in Haiti, that really didn't go right. As a matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
he had his own school. He created his own school. So he was a well-known school person in the board of ed in Haiti. And then
Wow.
on Sunday, he'll be this drunk guy, playing music on the street. So
Right.
my mother had a lot of problem with that. She just wanted
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
be a husband, to be the school guy, the French speaking guy, the whole protocol of the Haitian society. So there were times where some of his friends would come over, we get together. My father was a saxophone player, but he
Mm.
Oh.
also he also played those Haitian folk songs on
Mm-hmm.
guitar. And I had this photographic memory. So I'll be sitting down and watching them play, and then my mother would be like, "Get yourself, go back inside," you know what I mean? Because she didn't want to have another musician,
Mm.
Oh,
because of
okay.
what she was going through with my father. As a matter of
Uh-huh.
fact, some parents will try to hook you up with music lessons and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But me, it was the opposite for me. I was forbidden to play.
Mm.
Oh.
She said, if I ever see you strum a chord on that guitar, I'm gonna smack you. You know, she said, I will guarantee you will not be a musician like your father. That's a promise. She used to tell me that. And one Sunday, I don't know what got into me, but I used to always watch them. So my dad used to send me, go get that guitar, boy, bring it over here. He's the drinking. And then as I was walking with that guitar, I strum a chord. This was the first time I tried to strum it.
Wow.
And my fingers, went into the right spot.
Wow.
So at that time, you're talking about maybe 7, 8 years old. You
Wow.
know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
and then his friend said, "You play another chord. You could be part of that band." Bram and I play a second chord. And then
Yeah.
when my mother came out in the yard, she said, "You gonna get it. I heard those two chords you play. Okay,
Two chords.
The
you
two
play those two
chords.
chords your father plays. I told you not to play." She didn't really beat me up, but she had me sitting down and don't move. Back in the day, if you asked me to
Mm.
sit still,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that was like serious punishment. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to hit
Yeah.
me. You don't have to hit me for me to cry. You tell me to sit still. That's the end of the world because I'm a super hyper
Yeah,
kid. I
for a
gotta
kid.
run.
Sure.
So man, sitting for 10 minutes is like punishing.
Right. Right.
so that's how it kind of started for me. And my father went to a school in Haiti where he was a trained musician. He
Uh-huh.
knew how,
Mm.
he knew how to read and write scores and everything. So when we moved to the States, my mother wasn't around. My sisters came here first, then my dad, then I came.
Mm-hmm.
And then right next to my house, the neighbor, she used to be in her yard playing the guitar singing. And then for the whole time she's sitting in the yard singing, I'm on the fire escape because she lived in a house next to this building I was in. So
Mm-hmm.
when I'm sitting on my fire escape, I'm able to watch her in her backyard. So she's
Wow.
out there
Mm-hmm.
for 2 hours. For 2 hours, I'm there on the back. I'm on the fire escape like this. And then she turn around, look at me for the first time. Then whenever I hear the guitar, I come outside and I'm like this. And then she saw me outside. She said, "You are that passionate about someone playing the guitar? You could watch like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah. I mean, I love the sound." And then she's letting me strum a few chords because my mother's not around now. My father's at
Okay.
work. There's nobody to watch me now. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody to watch me. So I'm like, wow. So I will go every time I see her carrying her bag of groceries. I run down the street and grab her bag. She trying to give me a quarter. I'm like, nah, nah, nah. I don't want no quarter. She said, "I know what you want. You want to hold that guitar for a minute?" I'm like, "Yep." So after a while now, she started letting me hold the guitar to take it upstairs to my apartment. So
Wow.
now I'm strumming more and more. So one of my sisters had a boyfriend, and this is a guy that used to play in a band in Haiti. Much older than me. Because of course he was my sister's boyfriend. And he said to me, "What are you doing? You're waiting for school to start because I came here in August and school started in September. So I had like a
Mm-hmm.
whole month of just sitting around in a house doing nothing." And I'm like, "Yo, man, I don't know how school is going to be. I don't speak English. Just going to go to class and sit and listen to something." I said, "It's a lot of stress." He said, "Man, everybody done it. You're going to be just fine. Don't worry about it." So
Mm-hmm.
he said, "I do a delivery job in Manhattan. It's like only for 2 hours. So you want to come with me?" So we drive around the city. You get to see the city, and then I'll bring you back. Like, oh, that sounds good. Let's go. And as soon as I got in the car, he put this George Benson tape.
Whoa.
So I'm sitting in the car, and there's an album called Body Talk.
Oh yeah.
Love the
I'm
vintage.
like this. And then the tape came to an end. And
The
I was
tape.
like, yo, how do you bring it back? And
Had to bring it back.
he said, you like that? I'm like, wow, man, play that back from the kids. He said, yeah, just hit this rewind button here. Just hold this
That is
button. And I
wonderful.
said, he said it would click. It would click when it's back. So we got to Manhattan. We got to Manhattan. And he's like, yo, I got to go inside, get this. I'm like, yo, I don't care what you do. Go inside, leave the kids running. And I played this tape to death for 2 hours to Manhattan back. Then when he was dropping me off, I look at him and I said, I'm gonna be just like that guy. That's what I'm gonna do.
Wow.
And he's like,
Wow.
yo, listen, you say, your family is a medical family, man. I got
Hmm.
a sister who's a doctor, one who's a nurse. I got a niece who's a doctor. I got a nephew who's a doctor. My nephew
Wow.
was a doctor, married a lady who was a doctor, and my niece who's a doctor, married a husband who's a doctor. So we just surrounded. I got my nephew who's a nurse. So that's who I was supposed to be. Plus, I'm from a family with 5 sisters. I'm the only man in the family.
Uh-huh.
So my mother, growing up, my mother used to call me Dr. Chardavoine already. That was like that
Hmm.
was chosen for you from childhood.
Uh-huh.
And then, the music started in junior high school,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
and that kept me out of trouble. So
Wow.
Good.
when my friends was running the street, they're getting into trouble and stuff. Oh man, let's go. We don't do this. We're gonna do that after school. I'm like, that's what you're gonna do after school? I'm like,
Play the guitar.
That's the
yeah.
best thing.
I'm like, dude, man, that's not what I want to do after school. You know what I mean? When after school, I just run upstairs, do my homework, go downstairs, help that
Play
lady
the
for
guitar.
whatever she wants me to help her with, so she could let me hold the guitar. All right?
Yes.
Hmm.
I go upstairs, and before I go to sleep, I take the guitar back to her. And I was bugging her so much every day with this routine that one day she said, you know
Uh-huh.
what? Don't bring it back and don't ring my bell. You're driving me crazy. Keep it upstairs. So that was my first guitar. My first guitar was given to me by my neighbor that I
Uh-huh.
used to annoy the hell out of her with playing the guitar.
Oh
And
my
and,
gosh.
and that's the beginning of me. That started in junior high school. And then I went to Erasmus Hall High School in Brooklyn, which was
Hmm.
a music and arts high school, right? That's where Barbara Streisand went.
Right.
Wow.
That's where Billy Crystal went.
Hmm.
All these guys are alumni, but way before me. Way before me. And then I'm the promotion of James Williams. I don't know if you know James Williams. James Williams is the singer of a group called D Train. You
Yes.
guys remember D Train?
We listened to it today, actually.
I feel like it
Yeah.
came on like the
It came
old
on
school station.
today.
Yeah, D Train.
Yeah.
You know.
Hmm.
And then I ended up playing with the second guy from D Train. His name is Hubert Eves the third. He's a keyboard player. So D Train was only 2 guys. There was a guy on keyboard who did all the programming, and then one guy singing. That was the whole band. 2 guys. So I went to school with James Williams. You know.
John, move over a little
Move
bit to
over
your right.
to your right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
there you go.
Yeah.
Now we
Okay.
see you.
And also I went to school with Will Downey.
Hmm.
You know who that is?
I don't know.
Soulful singer, Will
Yes.
Downey. Yeah,
Yeah.
but okay, he's not that famous, but he's on the map. Yeah,
He's on the map. Okay.
he's on the map. So Erasmus High School, that's where the music took place, and then I ended up heading to college upstate New York,
Uh-huh.
where I was supposed to be a medical technology major to start my medical career. And
Okay.
then and then when I went to Potsdam State University, upstate New
Mm-hmm.
York. That's way upstate.
Yep.
Hmm.
So when I got to Potsdam, first day I got on campus, I noticed everybody had a guitar. It was guitar people sitting on the grass.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
it's
That
like
sounds about right.
it's like I died. I went to heaven, and and I went to the park where all the folks play guitar in heaven. I'm like, oh man, so many guitars. Oh my God. So I'm like, what's going on here? So, registered for my classes. And then I saw this big building separate from all the houses on campus, all the dormitories and everything. So my friend said, that's where the music school is. I said,
Mm.
music
All right.
school. He said, yeah, that's Crane School of Music. I'm like, yo,
Oh.
man, let's walk. Let's see what's going on. So I enter the building. I see practice room. Everybody's just playing an instrument, but it was more of a classical school. It's not
Right,
Mm-hmm.
like
right.
it's not like the school in Boston called Berkeley, which is a jazz school.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh my God, I already registered for 12 credits. So I said, what course can I take here? She said, we have piano 101 for beginners. I'm like, I'm in. I registered for piano. So I was part of a program called EOP,
Mm-hmm.
Educational Opportunity Program. So
Right.
everything was paid for by the state.
Wow.
My dormitory where I stay, food,
Wow.
books, and all the courses. So my first course at a music school, but I had a basic idea already from Erasmus. You
Mm-hmm.
know what was going on, and I took up piano, and then 2 or 3 years later, Chick Corea band at the time
Uh-huh.
he had a band called Return to Forever, and they came to the school and did a concert.
Mm-hmm.
$1.50 to get
Good
in. You know what I
career.
mean? You know what I mean? So I lost my mind. So needless to say that I just switched everything from that point.
Mm-hmm.
I switched everything.
It's
Yeah.
so funny. I don't know if you heard when we were in the intro when I said to my husband, I said, you're gonna appreciate this, but do you know who Jean sort of reminds me of? And he said, who? And I said, George Benson. I don't know
Yeah.
if you heard that. And then when you brought up George Benson, I'm like, yeah, that is spot on. Just the tone of the guitar and the way
Yeah.
you play, and oh my gosh, that's one of the
No,
most
then
listened
he,
to
then he
musicians.
then he then he came to the school. George Benson came to the school.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and he did like a master class. I wasn't ready for that because I was no I was way too early into music to even
Mm-hmm.
understand what he was talking about. But when he was coming at the class to go to his car, I asked him to carry his guitar.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So he give me the case and I carry the guitar. I was that clown kid, walk up to the car and give him the guitar. He said, "Man, thank
That's
you, man." And I
Hey,
said,
listen,
"Yo," I
that's
said
the
to
way
him,
you got your first guitar, carrying
"Yeah,
somebody's stuff. So
yeah." Wow, you were listening. You were listening.
oh
So
yeah, we
now,
listened to the whole thing. Yep.
so then I
Listen
look
to the
at
whole thing.
I look at George Benson and I said, "I'm not gonna wash my hands for years, man. I carried a great George Benson's guitar, man. I'm not
And
washing my
now
hands."
and now they force you to wash your hands.
Now I gotta wash my hands every
All
other
the time.
minute, man. Every
so
other
Right.
we're gonna
minute,
read a
yeah.
little bit of your bio for our viewers. So Haitian born but Brooklyn bred, an amazingly talented artist, thus enabling Chardavoine to be a refined professional. He's well known around New York for his association with the late Grammy Award winner flutist Dave Valentin. Last year, he had the privilege of playing at Aretha Franklin's birthday bash in New York with the Tito Puente Jr. Orchestra. That is pretty amazing. His sophomore effort, entitled The Tribute, is dedicated to the Haitian earthquake victims and a trip back to his roots musically. His latest release, Deep Within, is a complete manifestation of Chardavoine's composing and arranging ability. It is an eloquent testimony of his talents as a songwriter, arranger, and a seasoned guitarist beyond a shadow of a doubt.
That is awesome.
That is amazing.
But
Yeah.
the guy who wrote that, I gave him some extra money.
So it says back in January 2015, the Chardavoine Band opened for the Grammy Award winning group, the Yellow Jackets, at the Port-au-Prince Jazz Festival.
That's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
oh yeah. That
That's
that that was Uh, wow, that was an epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I find myself back in my homeland 43 years later after I left.
Oh.
Wow. So it was that long, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they've been advertising it on TV in Haiti,
Oh,
and
okay.
and and, and, and everybody kind of recognized me when I got there, walking
Mm-hmm.
the street. I went to not actually walking the street. I went to a telephone place.
Mm-hmm.
All the tellers knew who I was. I was standing in line trying to get a phone, and this guy looked at me. He said 40 years, huh?
Hmm.
40 years, huh, bro? And I'm like,
And they still recognize you.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just standing there, and
Wow.
he's like, in Haiti they call people that do music, they call you like artists. So the pronunciation for it is
Mm-hmm.
artiste, artiste. So I heard the guy say to me, artiste, artiste, and then I was with my nephew. My nephew said, "This guy's talking to you, man. What's up?" So I'm like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, come here, man. So I was at the end of the line. He called me up, to come straight to him. And then this lady is complaining. I've been here since 8 o'clock. Are you calling this guy? I don't care about no artiste. What's that? I'm just getting civil service. This
Then
is
he
like
wants you to play a
this
chord.
this this is my first day in Haiti. I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, right?
And the guy said, don't listen to her, man. Just come here. He's like, oh man, I can't wait. Tomorrow you plan. We're gonna
Wow.
be there, me and my friends, man. He said, what you need? I'm like, I need a phone, man. And the same card, hook me up. And I said, I also need Wi-Fi for where I'm staying. So you buy a modem, now you pay for the month, and then by the time you get home, the service will be home. And then I'm leaving the store. The lady is still complaining, and she said, goodbye, artiste. Thank you very much." I'm like,
Well, listen,
I'm
I
like,
guess I
wow.
guess that time it paid for you to be an artiste.
Oh,
We're
man,
gonna play and your video so
yeah.
people could get a taste of your
Yeah.
music.
So this we have queued up your the live streaming performance from last week, I believe it was, correct?
No, June 21st.
June 20. Oh my goodness, I'm off.
Yeah,
I am off.
it feels like it was last week.
Everything's just starting to run together. We don't know dates. We
Yeah,
don't know
but
anything.
They
I
run
guess
together.
you guys didn't know I was going to talk that much. I got a lot to say. I'm sorry. I don't know
Oh
if you
no,
guys
no,
got a
that's
bunch
okay.
of you guys
We
got
like that.
some questions because I'm a storyteller. I could just talk
Well, when I
nonstop
asked you
for.
the question, you gave me all the answer.
Yeah. So
So we're gonna play
Okay.
your music.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a little bit of this performance of Jean Chardavoine and the Evolution. We have this queued up on YouTube. You guys will have the link, I promise.
But the music don't start there though.
We got a little intro. Oh, I forgot there's talking there.
Yeah.
You're right.
Chardavoine and the Evolution. Yum yum.
Yum yum.
Yum, yum. All right, just the
Yeah. Yes. You guys are
that
doing
was
it.
just a
You guys,
little.
you guys got equipment. You guys. Oh man,
We try.
yeah, the
We
Tweed
try.
family is taking this serious, like this.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But
So
here's an idea I got for you guys.
yeah.
Okay.
After the pandemic, you guys got to organize an event with all your guests.
Yes. Yes. I did tell my wife that.
With
Because
all of them.
with all of
I
them,
don't know
I
how
need
many
to
you've
have.
had. Okay, you could make a selection because you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah, yeah. Because
I
Just
I
all
invite
of
them
the
all. Yeah, let's invite
all
them
of the
all.
I
invite
think
them
it
all,
maybe two
but
at a time.
yeah, invite them all, and then you could select a few to perform that night. But
Yes.
everybody will be there to take
Ooh,
pictures with you. So
I
this
love
is,
that
I
idea.
yeah.
and guess what? The idea is free. You could have it for free.
And we thought about doing that. I told my
Okay.
wife I wanted to do that.
Yes.
We have it
Yeah.
live. We actually have the place where we could do it already.
Where are
There
we
you
gonna have
go.
it? Is it a surprise?
Yes, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
And you know
It's
So
not
what?
going to be in the living room.
Pedro, it's
Yes.
not going to be easy to surprise her. Now she's going to keep asking you where. She's
Oh, well,
going
she
to keep asking
surprised
you
me this
where.
weekend.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I wanna just
Go ahead.
make the bring this together sort of because you and my husband share an island. You know what I'm saying?
oh
So
yeah,
there's a connection there.
oh yeah. He's my brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we may be related, because I just found out. I found out not too long ago from my mom. Told me
Yeah.
that my father is part Haitian.
Wow. Exactly. We're the same people, man. It's the
Yeah,
same people.
she
It's the
she
same
didn't tell
people.
me until just recently.
Yeah, that's
Like
very
Yeah.
I'm over 16 years old, and now she tells me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was in Dominican Republic, but yeah, he's part Haitian. I
Mm.
know his father was, and his
Yes.
mother, I don't know, she was mixed Chinese or whatever.
What was her last name? Her father's last name. Do you
Well,
know what the last name was?
my father, well, it's Tweed.
Tweed. Oh, but that's American. That's the American
Yeah,
side of you. That's the
that's the
American to me.
English,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
English
yeah,
side of
yeah.
me.
Well, English, okay, rather than American. Yeah,
Yeah, because
definitely.
people try to figure it out, why my last name is Tweed.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's either America or England.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's a straight up connection. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's no doubt about that.
We're gonna have to do some digging.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely,
there's a
definitely.
website for that. What is it called? Ancestry. Ancestry.
Ancestry.com. Yes.
Ancestry.com. They're good. But they're
Yes, yes,
mostly
I
good.
started.
She started to do it.
They're mostly good with people with their ancestry here in the United States.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, they're not so
Oh,
good.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, because if you're talking about outside of the United States, then they're very good with Europe. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
very good with
Okay.
Europe. Okay, but I don't know how good they are with the Caribbean. But maybe they have gotten better with the Caribbean. You know.
So
Yeah, but are you
Chantel,
guys aware of the video that I made in Santo Domingo?
um, which one did you do in Santo Domingo?
I just looked at one of them. Yes,
Sweet love.
Was that Sweet Love? Yes, yes.
Yes,
Because
yes.
Sweet Love.
I
Yes.
remember when you first posted that on your on your Facebook page,
Yeah.
and I lost it. That is my favorite, well, one of my favorite songs
Yeah.
from you. I love your take on it. I
Yeah.
love the jazz feel. The singer and that was doing the vocals was on point, and I love the te quiero, te amo.
Yeah, that's
I
Yeah.
why.
love that.
That's
Yeah.
why
So
I put
man,
that one on the promo.
yes, yes,
Yes, I
yes.
put
I
that one on
noticed
the
you did.
promo.
I noticed you did that, but I was like thinking, oh, maybe he did that because he knows that's my Dominican Republic project. You know what I mean? But but I met her on Facebook,
Oh
and
wow.
we were talking. Of course, she's mad cute, and I'm talking to her, and I'm checking her singing, and I said to her, you know what? I have an idea for a song, and I'm gonna come to Dominican Republic and do it with you.
Oh.
She said, how are you gonna do it with me? And I'm like, this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the programming in the States, get the music ready. I'm gonna play my part, and I'm gonna leave the open spaces where you're gonna sing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna bring the track to Dominican Republic. We're gonna go to the studio in Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna drop your part. And after you drop your part, the following day is when we're gonna shoot the video.
That's
Oh wow.
crazy.
Then I'm gonna take the music back to the state,
Mm-hmm.
mix it, and resync it to the video. So
Wow.
Wow.
she thought she was cute. I'm just talking,
Yeah.
finding a way to talk to her. Even one day, she even made a statement along that line, and I
Mm-hmm.
smiled and I said to her, "No nonsense when it comes to my music. I never use my music to talk to a girl. I'm confident about talking to any girl, anybody, at any level. When I say something about my music, I mean it." She said, "Yeah," and I said, "Yeah," and I said, "I'm coming to Dominican Republic on Thursday."
Mm-hmm.
She said, "What?" And it was a Sunday. I was talking to her.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you got to find the people to put in the music video. I already found my videographer because I'm doing paying for everything. So I
Hmm.
had
Wow.
to be in charge. To this Haitian guy that I knew was living there. I met him online too. I don't really know him in by face or anything, but we met on Facebook. And he's a straight up, really nice young man who's living in Dominican Republic. So he told me, yo, I did something with a videographer. I took him to Haiti. I was basically his translator because the Dominican Republic was doing some type of a documentary on Haiti, and they sent him to Haiti. And I was basically his guide
Hmm.
to show him around and his translator. He's a great videographer, and he's a man of
Wow.
God and everything. And I said, yeah, okay. So he put me in charge with this guy, and I asked for the guy to send me some type of a spreadsheet showing me, how's he charging me, itemize everything. This brother was so professional.
Wow.
Wow.
He
It's
told me
amazing.
he sent me the money for the equipment he was using. I use this camera. It costs that much. If you can afford that camera, I can use this other camera. Da da
Hmm.
da da da. This brother itemized everything, and then he sent me his uh his spreadsheet in pesos, which is
Ah.
another thing that impressed me. Because a lot of people, when they know you from America, they send you the budget in US dollars. I don't like that.
Mm.
If I'm going to go to Dominican Republic, there's no US dollars there. I don't want to hear that. Send me my budget
To
in
you in
pesos.
peso.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm in Haiti every time people see me, it's $5. I'm like, what, $5 for a pack of gum? Oh, no, 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 I mean Haitian dollars. I'm like, there's no such thing as a Haitian dollar. How much is it in good? Haitian money is good. You know, they're trying to rip you off. You know what I mean? With this
Wow.
Haitian dollar, American dollar. But this kid, I dealt with three other videographers from Dominican Republic. They all sent me a budget in dollars, US dollars. This kid was the only one who sent me a budget in pesos, and that's
In
why I
peso.
chose him.
Okay.
I really just dug the whole vibe of the video, and the one thing that I loved about it was the vibrant colors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
I'll
my
wait for that.
gosh.
I wrote the story. I wrote the
Oh,
treatment.
cool.
The treatment. You know, the whole thing that happened at the beach. This guy, he's trying to take my girlfriend, and then his girlfriend is into this. His girlfriend is into the same thing. So we bump at this party, and then there was this chaos. It was fun. It was fun shooting it. But I, more than that, this videographer worked with his mother and father.
Hmm.
His mother is the makeup artist, and then his father is the logistic guy.
It's a family affair.
Okay, he's the guy that drives
Hmm.
around. We go to
Yep.
places when we try to shoot in a certain area, and people are walking. You know, he stopped them. You know, what I mean,
Hmm.
we're doing a shoot here. He's a big guy, kind of, you know, so he gets the job done. So now, next thing I have to tell you is that I gained a family in Dominican Republic.
Hmm.
Mm.
That family is my family
That's amazing.
because something happened right before I arrived in Santo Domingo. The kid who introduced me to that guy, you know, the Dominican videographer's name is Tommy. Okay, so the Haitian kid who introduced me to him, something happened from his job. He couldn't get the time off to come and pick me up at the airport. So he called Tommy and his father. He said, "The guy that's coming for the video, can you go get him at the airport?" So he called me the next day. He said, "Tommy and his father are coming to get you at the airport." I'm like, "Oh man, is that okay?" He said, "Yeah, man, don't worry about it." So my first day in DR, they came in and got me. They took me to the bank to exchange my money. They took me to telephone to get my phone, my number. Took me to the supermarket because I did an Airbnb thing.
Hmm.
So I had this beautiful apartment. I got that apartment so we could shoot a scene in it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I had
Very
a
Yeah.
nice.
two-bedroom with a big balcony. I mean, beautiful. But the last scene, that's the apartment.
Hmm.
The last scene
Yeah.
when everybody was inside, you know, and these guys, man, you know, and of course, you know, I was like, you know, how much is all of this gonna cost? He's trying to tell me, no, man, you know, I said, no, no, that's separate. That's separate. You know, he didn't want to take the money. I put the money in his pocket. He had a shirt with a button on top, so I put the money and tied the button. I'm like, you know, man, you got to take this, man, because you know, the guy basically gave me almost his whole day.
Wow.
Wow.
He picked me up like noon, 1 o'clock
Hmm.
from the airport with traffic and everything. When he was going home, it was like 6, 7. You
Wow.
know what I mean? From taking me to exchange my money, to go get my telephone, to the supermarket and back. I'm like, man, and then the next day, you know, I had to go do that recording. So I gave myself ample time for preparation. That's when I took that
So,
young lady to the studio, and she was so nervous in the studio. Oh my
hmm.
God, she was like, you know, man. Then her English got real bad. She was speaking English very good before, and she got so nervous she couldn't
Oh,
get the
okay.
words out. Like, and
That
uh,
that
and
that still happens to me.
yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Uh,
How did you get so good at soccer?
oh man, soccer. That's another story I gotta tell you. I was a little wizard with the ball from being
Okay.
a toddler. Yeah, because I spent a lot of time on my own, and soccer, man, was, oh man, that's another thing.
That's
But
one of your friends, I think, asked me to ask that.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
C'est
the
Jude
guy.
Julien.
Oh, who? Oh, Jude Julien.
C'est Jude Julien.
He's the one
That's
that.
my brother Jude. What's up?
Well, John,
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
us what you have before we let you go. Tell us what you have coming up. Are you doing any other live streaming performances?
But okay, this is what's going on right now. I got an offer to go to Haiti to do a live stream from Haiti because
Wow.
you'll be surprised the talent coming out of there.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
The talent coming out of there is crazy, and I'm in touch with these young kids coming up.
Hmm.
And I was there in 2018. I got to meet a whole bunch of them. So that's the plan. I shouldn't even say that online, But
Well, I mean, you didn't say when. So listen. You
but
know, I follow your
but
page.
it's before 2021. We want to do this before 2021.
Okay.
You know, I follow your page, and we will be sure to post your links so the viewers that came on tonight
Yeah,
will follow his page, and we will post the performance that we just showed. We'll post that whole performance, and we'll also post the Sweet Love link. That, like I
yeah.
said, that's one of my favorites, and I know people will really love that. So we'll post that as
So
well.
the girl who's singing, the other two girls that are the
Hmm.
main characters, those are sisters. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have three sisters in there.
Hmm.
The young kid that's rapping,
Yeah.
he's the student of that singer because she teaches vocals out of school in Santo Domingo.
Hmm.
When I told her I wanted a young Dominican rapper, he said I have the perfect guy for you. He's one of my students. Okay,
Cool.
the skinny dark skin one, she's an attorney. The one who was the main character with the guy, the light skinned one, she's a doctor.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wow.
So it was a powerful trip. I was hanging out with some powerful Dominicans. They showed me the town. Then I went back there in September,
Yeah.
last September, to do a concert. So
Okay.
the first time I did the video, and then there was this guy there. He named Fernando Mondesir. Okay, he's in charge of the jazz department in Dominican Republic. He kind of puts together the kids from the music school
Hmm.
with artists from the states. So when I saw him in April when I was doing the music video, he said, "Well, how would you like to come back here? I have some kids from the conservatory that I think you would love to play with." I said,
Hmm.
you pick the date." He said September. So September that same year, I went to Dominican Republic and we did a concert at the Dominican Fiesta Hotel
Okay.
on the rooftop.
On the
Wow.
Next
rooftop.
time I'm playing there, I'm inviting you guys to Dominican
Please
Republic
do.
Well,
at
Please
my
do.
concert.
I
Please
still
do.
have family there.
Yeah.
My brother,
Hey
I
man,
have a brother that's a doctor.
yeah,
They're all in San Pedro.
Hmm.
okay.
So I have a
Where's
brother.
San
Well,
Pedro?
my sister is a doctor, and my brother is a doctor. My
Okay.
And your
stepmom
stepmother and
is
your
a doctor.
stepmother. Hmm.
It's a whole doctor.
Wow.
I'm the only one that's not a doctor.
Rebels.
Hey.
You guys are rebels.
But
You
but
gotta have a rebel in the family.
Hmm.
well, I told her I was a doctor, I, so we could play doctor.
And on that
Hey,
note,
listen, listen, she's a great actress. She could play that role well. You're gonna
But
get
she
some
plays a
good care.
doctor a lot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
well, Jean,
Yeah.
we appreciate having you on tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to follow your page and I'm waiting for that invite to Dominican Republic. So thank you,
Okay,
thank you,
I'll let
thank
you know.
you.
Okay, man.
All
Thank you for
right.
Pedro,
joining us.
pleasure, my
Nice
brother.
meeting you, brother.
Okay, talking.
Nice
Bye
meeting
bye.
you.
Peace.
Thank you.
Later.
We enjoyed it.
Me too.
Love it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So, guess what? That was pretty cool. I want to pick his head so I could do my George Benson better.
Yeah, so Jean, for our viewers that are still watching, Jean did a version of Sweet Love. We all know that song, Sweet Love.
And if you see the promo, that
Anita Baker.
yeah, yeah,
Anita Baker, yeah, Anita Baker. And if you watch the promo, that's the song that's playing in the background. It was
right. I
his
kept
take
adding
on it.
photos just so it would play a little bit more.
It's so cool the way
Yeah.
he did it. As soon as I heard it, I fell in love with the song, and like I said, the vibrant colors of Dominican Republic. And I remember, like I said, when he posted about it, I think I said something to you, like, oh, he shot this in
Santo Domingo.
Santo Domingo, so
Yes.
beautiful. We
Yeah.
thank you guys for joining us again tonight. Thank you, Daniel, for watching again.
Also, we want to thank all the people
Yes.
that click like on our anniversary and say hello and
Yes, and said
12
anniversary.
happy anniversary.
12
We were
wonderful
going to do a
years.
special video to thank you, but we take
Here
the
it is.
opportunity to do it now.
Yes.
We don't know who we're going to have tomorrow because some of the people that are lined up, they are back to work, and some of them are filming or recording.
So, we're back to schedules
So we're
now.
back to, so we don't know who we're going to have tomorrow, but we're going to have somebody tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm sure that one of them will open up. And we have some friends that will come probably at the
Drop of a hat.
drop, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if I contacted you, you make another message from me tonight. Okay? All right?
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
For another live episode of Tweed Talks. We hope you guys have a great night.
And we'll see you
See
tomorrow.
you tomorrow.
Peace, love, and harmony.
Oh, you're right.
Peace, love, and harmony.
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 Bye.